Hari Om. This is an English translation of an online satsang with our Guru, Paramahansa Swami Nispruh Spandan Ji on 5th February 2025. There was a question by a disciple. Swamiji, what do I do to prove my love towards my parents, who seem quite dissatisfied with whatever I may do? Swamiji adopts a pragmatic approach towards his disciples' conundrum and takes it on for resolution bit by bit. Firstly, he advises us to adopt this belief, in fact, to adopt it as a matter of principle, that we do not need to prove our love, loyalty, commitment, or even our worth to anyone, not even to our parents. Because as far as our parents or other loved ones are concerned, we have to simply just love them. We do not have to demonstrate the extent, strength, or depth of this love towards them. True love is always unconditional and non-transactional. It flows outward only. It is in fact an act of giving and giving alone. It does not ask for appreciation or acknowledgement as a return currency. Ask any parent in this world and they will tell you that the bliss and joy they feel in receiving love and admiration from their child is just no match to the happiness they feel in giving unconditional love to him in the first place. Swamiji asks his disciples to reflect upon this one simple question. If our parents can love and provide for us unconditionally and with no expectations, even when we were a helpless infant, then why do we want our love towards them to be acknowledged, admired, and reciprocated? This question itself exposes the weakness in our own attitude towards relationships, not just with our parents, but in general. Secondly, Swamiji addresses this peculiar situation of a disciple experiencing adverse behavior by his parents towards him. He explains as to why our parents sometimes begin to behave or act embittered with us, whom they have loved so much all along. He explicates that when a human is born, his infantile state renders him incapable to demand anything from anyone. Neither does he have the ability to articulate his requirements, nor does he have any mental conditioning to hold expectations. Despite the human's helpless state, he is tended to spectacularly by his parents. He is fed, clothed, and bathed on time, entertained with toys, rhymes, games, and play acts when he so desires, and he is comforted with lullabies when it's time for bed. In order to do this, the only approach adopted by his parents is zero expectations plus unlimited love. However, as this child grows, he begins to develop desires and expectations. If some of these expectations go unfulfilled by the parents due to their inability to do so at that moment, the child becomes demanding and very hard to please. He begins to condemn his parents and shamelessly questions their love for him. This strikes woefully at the parents' hearts. While their love has not ceased to flow towards him, the child himself has shut the doors of resentment, rebellion, and defiance upon that love. This is how the parent-child relationship starts to become imbalanced and embittered. By the time this child becomes a parent himself and realizes his misgivings, it is already too late. Even though he now wishes to reform his relationship with his parents, he finds himself fettered by the expectations of his spousal relationship. It becomes a crucial factor weighing in on the time and commitment he can give towards his parents. The irony of the situation here is that even before this child learned to build one relationship properly, he ended up with even more of them on his hands, without making even one of them truly successful and fulfilling. Well, isn't it true for so many of us? Swamiji advises us that we must strive to love unconditionally in all our relationships, be it in the one with our parents, children, spouse, or friends. If they still reject us in any way or hold a grudge, we must quietly accept it with humility. We must perceive God element in all humans around us and consider the service offered in all our relationships as a service to the divine. If we do this, love will flow into our lives limitlessly from even those directions which we never expected it from. He concludes this discourse with a metaphorical message. He says that when one experiences any conflict or resistance in one's life, it is akin to the labor pains that a mother feels upon the birth of her child. These labor pains are essential to deliver a new life into this world. In the same way, these so-called labor pains of rejection, blame, and resistance, if accepted with love and humility towards the Almighty, can deliver us from the darkness of Maya into the divine light. Such experiences can help us churn out something so profound and meaningful from the mundaneness of our earthly existence. Hari Om. We invite you to deepen your spiritual exploration with our newly launched ebook, Dive into the Unknown. This book offers invaluable insights by Swamiji that will guide you on your path of self-discovery and inner transformation. This book is available on all Amazon platforms across the globe. You can find the link in the description below. Also, if you'd like to explore more of these teachings in Hindi or Finnish, be sure to check out our other YouTube channels. Links to those channels are in the description below. Whether in English, Hindi, or Finnish, the wisdom remains the same, timeless, universal, and deeply enriching. Thank you for watching, and do make sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Hari Om.